Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul, and today I'll be discussing the Captain Marvel movie that's set to come out on March. I don't exactly know which day at March, but the only thing you need to know is that it's releasing on March. So yeah. In this video I'm gonna be discussing pretty much everything about the character. What are my opinion on her? What are my thoughts on the trailer and some things I found out about her, the Lego set, just pretty much everything I can think of. Now before we get into this, I should also mention that the images of Captain Marvel are not owned by me, they're owned by Marvel Comics, which are owned by Disney, and MCU, that's how it's said, right? MCU, that's owned also by Disney. So all the images in this video are owned by Disney. So yeah, with that said, let's get in with this video. So where to begin with Captain Marvel? Well, let's go briefly over the set. Shall we? So the set that appears Captain Marvel is, sorry for the no image of that, is pretty much nothing. It's just her with a much better hat and a very weak hairpiece with Nick Fury just looking younger, and a skull and a plane. Granted, that play is specialized, but it's nothing really much. It's a pretty boring set. But yeah, let's go with the way I was introduced now, shall we? Because that's a bit more to discuss. So the way that I was introduced to Captain Marvel was from Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Where originally when I was watching that show and Captain Marvel shown up, I was pretty much like not... I was like, she was okay character, I wasn't exactly excited or anything really care about her, but now that I'm a bit more smart and I know how some things were, destroying these type of franchises, I personally don't really... I see her as a bit of a more of a horrible character. Granted, when I say horrible, I mean only by the standard of that show, which is freakishly high. So it's not really that bad of a character, but still. Then I believe I was just mentioned for her from X-Men, the animated series, in that episode that she and Rogue had a personality crisis or whatever. So yeah. For that time, Captain Marvel was pretty much non-existent to me. And the last time I've really just been watching her because she was in the Avengers Assemble Christmas special, which she appeared in, and then just watched some of the episodes she was in, and nothing else until this and a couple of comic stories that I had read or heard about. So yeah, the concept for me of Captain Marvel was supposed to be this woman that's as tough as Thor and almost as strong as the Hulk, which basically makes her a female version of Thor that's not as Guardian. Because think about it, if she's supposed to be exactly as tough as Thor, then and almost as strong as the Hulk, and in my opinion Thor is weaker a little bit than base level Hulk, because if we're not going to power ups, which even in power ups Hulk beats Thor, yeah, let's just say Captain Marvel is basically supposed to be like female version of Thor. Well, before the female version of Thor. Seriously, what the fuck is up with that? I mean, granted, there are differences between the two, but still, it's basically like this. Now let's talk about some of the comic stories I've heard about her. Which one of them being is Avengers 200 issue, which is universally hated because it has basically her being brain control and raped by a creepy guy so she could give birth to him, and then the story basically has the two actually falling in love, and she... Alright, let's just say it's disturbing as fuck. Like seriously, the basis of the story is like a literally a guy fucks Captain Marvel so he can live in the world. That his plan doesn't work because of Avengers or something. So he and she go live there and they live happily ever after. Granted, I might be misremembering the ending there, and and they probably have changed it in some way. But still, that's kind of the basis for it. Then the next story I know about her is a Hulk, World Breaker Hulk, which she got one shot at, which we're going to cut this movie version of Captain Marvel, we're going to discuss later. So yeah, just one shot at, and then Captain America Civil War, well, not Captain America Civil War, just Marvel Civil War 2, in which she's unlikable and a bitch that deserves to be smacked to the ground by Hulk, Thor, Blackboard, and Sentry at the same goddamn time. Right into the face. Like, sorry about that. Yeah, like, remember, have you seen One Piece chapter, what was it, 923, or was it 222, I think, no, it was 923, in which Kaido just gets punched by Elephant Gatling from Luffy? That's what this bitch deserves to get from the Captain America, well, from Civil War 2. The name is kind of confusing because of the movie and all that. So yeah, it was extremely unlikable. And to be fair, even the fact that she's considered one of the the 50 most popular heroes, like maybe she's higher when it comes to Marvel, but if you're going by every single superhero, she's not even the 50s. Come on, there's like a billion heroes. There's like 100 heroes that are better than her if we take all the continuities. Like, she's not even in thousands. She's better in the thousands. So yeah, not a very good character. And the main reason why she's not really a good character is basically like, the rules the government says are excellent and we should follow them even if they are based, even if we are questioning them. Like, just assemble Captain America basically injured. I don't know which one he saved, but he takes a bullet from, I believe, Miss Marvel or something. Like, he really gets fucking damaged, and she's like, it doesn't matter. Arrest them and let's send them to prison. And Jesus, that ended up backfiring to them. Like, she's very unlikable. And the whole idea of her supposedly being such a powerful character is also horrible. But yeah. Now when it comes to comics, her horribleness there is like, alright, she takes a woman that is supposed to be a Hydra agent, but when they find out all the flipping proof or everything, I mean, seriously, like, the briefcase that's supposed to be a bomb or something, still Hydra agent, even if the thing we're literally supposed to have her prevent from her doing has been proven not to be the case on anything. Like, she's super unlikable. And then she sees an image of Captain America that by being held by Miles Morales, and she's like, Miles Morales, you're coming to be under arrest. Like, what the fuck? I mean, so let me get this. You see one vision of Captain America being dead by being held by Miles Morales, and she's like, alright, you're going with us to prison or jail or something. I mean, how long will she even plan on keeping Miles in there? there. I mean, was she going to have him permanently stay in prison? Or about the contacts even? And, oh yeah, if that actually happened the way she planned it, it would be such a big backfire that basically what happens. It's actually real that Captain America is actually a member of, was actually brainwashed or something, manipulated by Hydra to work, to be an agent of it. So, yeah. Like, seriously, what the fuck was up with that? I mean, how do you take an image like Captain America that, by being held by Spider-Man, Miles Morales, that's in front of the Washington DC with the statues or the building broken, and you're like, Miles Morales is clearly to blame and let's take him and send him to prison. Like, there is no way it's like a clone of Captain America that Miles needs to get rid of. Or there is like a person pretending to be Miles Morales. There's not like maybe it's some kind of a brainwashing. Like, alright, what the fuck was up? And the worst part of this is the fact that actually kind of fits it with her character. Like someone that would arrest her friends and people that she fought beside upon and saved the world with, just because some vision that has already been shown that it's not 100% guarantee, or that preventing that would even or going into it would even have good results. Because remember, the last two visions, or the last three, it really depends how you look at it. No, I believe it was one in the middle, but still, that's Hulk. The last one vision had them ambush Thanos, and that ended up with War Machine dying and She-Hulk almost dying. And that only happened because they acted upon the visions, and that ended up horribly backfiring. Then we have the vision when Hulk destroyed the city, which could possibly not even have happened if she did not show up or any of the captors showed up. But still, that's debatable, because we already know he was rampaging around the city. And consider the fact that Hawkeye was over there ready to kill Banner in case if he ever goes green again. Yeah, it ended with backfiring again, and then the last one over the examples was the woman that was supposed to be a Hydra agent that had a bomb in her briefcase. They opened the briefcase, they examined the briefcase, there was no bomb, no evidence of it even being put in or anything. The woman's entire background being completely clear, and she still did not believe the vision that only had like, I believe, 1 or 2 examples of being correct over the logic. Seriously, this is the character. And this is the character that's supposed to be the next face of the Marvel Universe. Well, if we're looking at that face right now, I don't even think that's a good idea, even if you go by a marketing standpoint, because let's just say there's a reason why One Piece can change from the main character being Luffy, or the posters and, whatever the main shift character means, whatever they do, for being Luffy into people like Nami and Robin and Boa Hancock. There's a reason why. Granted, that reason is mostly fan service, 100% fan service, but still, there's a reason why. But this character is nothing. So let's get into the trailers already. So the trailers don't look that good. Like, I saw both of the trailers before making this video, so I have them in my head. And even though I done it, I still can barely remember or even make out what the fuck was happening. Like, there's that line that has her and Nick Fury driving a car. They're talking about the Kree, how they are a race of noble warrior heroes, which sounds stupid if you ask me. Like, this race, it's supposed to be made of noble warrior heroes. That sounds bullshit and fucked up. Like, alright, that's like, I mean, does it sound like someone who's pretending to be a hero would say, like, oh yes, I am a heroic person. My main objection is to help people because I'm a noble warrior and a hero to all the masses. Like, isn't that something you would hear? I mean, what the fuck is up with that? And then the final scenes where you have her this hero outfit and her using her powers just look, I don't know, weird. It's like, I can't even tell what's up with it. It just looks weird. It looks too. I heard the comparisons to the Green Lantern movie that appeared in, I don't know which time, just the Green Lantern movie, and they say how ridiculous it looks, which if I'm being totally honest, I must agree. And then in the trailer are the faces. Like, I'm not gonna say that she needs to smile, because quite frankly, her smiling seems more like, you know that scenes in movies where the villain is so confident, so overly cocky, so arrogant, that with that smack on their face where they're like, I can literally go get myself as drunk and drunk as possible right now. Right now, take my clothes off, have sex with a woman, and I, for these last couple of minutes with the hero, still not completely defeated. Because I am so 100% going to win. Like, that super overconfident, yeah, it feels like that, but even that smirk cannot be made. It's like, she's literally, it looks more like, I bet we could get more of a smile from Ultron putting on human skin. Seriously, what's up with that? It's like, every time she smiles, it looks like she's not even able to make a smirk. It's like, yes, this is a smile, right? Like, it's so weird. Like, is she even able to, I mean, do we need to go upgrade some of, like, do we need to go change some, I heard of a nightmare, one person had a nightmare once when they were making stop motion animation. I don't know exactly in which stop motion movie it was. I think it was made by Tim Burton. Then one in which a person had such mechanical pieces of the figures, so he had a nightmare in which he had to move their mouth the same way that those figures do. Is that what we need to do with her? Because that smile of hers looks like that. Like, what's up with that? That's not the way people smile. It looks so weird. I mean, why do you even have her smile or express any other emotions? Which, to be fair, half of her, the things we see her is like just this face. Like, what's up with this face? What's this face supposed to be? Is this like a person that wasn't sleeping for weeks, being completely bored and putting herself in action poses? That's what her face half of the time looks like. Also, the story apparently seems to be an alien invasion by the Skrulls. and possibly Kree. I don't know. It seems stupid, and but and she has a memory loss, and she needs to find out who she is. And Jesus, it looks so stupid. But like, what's up with the memory loss? What's up with the war? I mean, we know Kree are villains, so what's up with that? And then there's the SJW pandering. Like, what makes her a hero? Well, and then the one guy in the trailer being like, "You're not as strong as you think you are," which to be fair is a pretty legitimate thing. Granted, the movie, which is just hopefully going to be at the same levels as Avengers, just Infinity War and Black Panther movie, which just going to be some little pieces and mostly nitpicks. But if it's actually on the levels of Star Wars, oh, then Marvel Universe can most definitely is going to get a great steady decline. I mean, thank God the Avengers in Endgame is going to be right after this, unless if they screw the ending. Which, let's talk about some of the things I've heard about the Captain Marvel. Brie Larson, which is the actress that plays her. Apparently, from her words, Captain Marvel is able to move planets, is able to lift Thor's hammer, and to her, Thanos looks like a shrimp. He looks puny. You remember that funny jokes when people, like, there's like first three, then a bunch of people do that face palm? Basically do that because, oh boy, that's stupid. First thing, only Superman and Saitama are the only two heroes that can possibly move planets. Superman because we've seen him move planets, and Saitama because, well, it's Saitama. That guy makes himself look, you could literally have Anti-Monitor attack Saitama and he would win. You could have Anti-Monitor and Darkseid come attack him, he would win. You could have pretty much only Superman and Saitama are the only two heroes that can actually move planets. Not Captain Marvel. And where did she even get that idea anyways? Like, it's no way the MCU is actually going to have Captain Marvel move planets. And if she does, then, oh boy, that would be a negative reception. And then, let's not be... Maybe in the comics, she's able to move planets, but that seems more like a age for more goofy comic books. Like in that age where Superman was able to move planets, that I believe it's called the Golden Age. I don't exactly remember. It's just stupid. Hell, I don't even believe Captain Marvel was in that age of comics. Well, he's not this version of her. So yeah, it's just ridiculous. Did her lifted Thor's hammer? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, where does she even get the idea of this? Did some of the producers say? Did someone say she can lift or something? Like, where do you even get this idea? I mean, for God's sake, lifted Thor's hammer is not supposed to be something that pretty much every character can do. Even though I'm pretty sure there was a comic in which a lot of people lift Thor's hammer, but it's just ridiculous. And then the final thing she said, and that is, Thanos looks puny to her. Are you fucking kidding me? So, or where the fuck does she get this idea that she can just beat Thanos? I mean, Thanos is a being that is supposed to be on the dark side level. Dark side. You know, the guy who, if his real form ever came into the universe, he would destroy everything. The guy that's literally the god. I mean, and then this bitch says he looks beauty to her. Just what the fuck? Also, one slight tidbit: Hulk has actually beaten Captain Marvel, for what my knowledge, at least twice. I know he did it in Avengers Infinity War. No, not Avengers Infinity War. World War Hulk, he beat Captain Marvel without a problem, where she had backup from other heroes that had super strength on their side. He also beat her in the newer comic books. I don't exactly remember the title, but he beats her with there as well, where she and the Avengers were there, and she gets beaten. And then we have, and apparently she can beat Thanos, someone who's able to beat Hulk. Like, what the fuck's up? So yeah, with all of these facts, with her not even being a popular character, the fact that she's overly praised, and the general negative response from the movie-going public, and kind of history with the SJW movie SJW focused themes in pretty much everything. Yeah, it's just, let's just say it's not looking good, and I think we can all understand why people think that Captain Marvel will be the second big flop for the Marvel Universe, right after Thor: The Dark World. Well, I'm pretty sure there are some other movies, but let's just say it's understandable why she's considered to be a big flop already. But who knows? MCU doesn't have too much of this SJW pandering, and hell, maybe they are going to be showing that she's going way over the top with how powerful Captain Marvel is, because Captain Marvel is practically nothing. Now anyways, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're gonna leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future. And that's it, I cannot wait to see all of you people next time. Bye.